Je vais tuer quelque chose. Why is the chat all gone? Ah! Dang it! Hello? Ah, okay, it's back. Alright, hi everyone! Damn. Alright, so who's in here? Hello 23, hello Pumpkin, hello Sassy, hello Arctic Journals, AJ, I like that. I'm today one happy gal, new sketchbook, new gouache, and new watercolor. I saw your sketchbook, the one with the cats on it. F sound is good. Awesome, thank you. Oh man, apologies if you guys pick up on any sort of background noise, but apparently in suburbia, the weekend is for all the loud machines you can think of. And some of my awful neighbors are, I don't know, just being noisy. Hi, Lisbeth. I'm trying very hard to not be too annoyed, but am not having great luck. I'm not picking up any noisy background, at least not right now. Hopefully it stays like that, but if the morning is any indication, it's gonna vary in intensity. And me, hi! I've been trying to find a good topic or thing to do for today's stream for a while. I haven't found anything yet. Triads. Not a bad idea. 2 new colors to my growing rosa gouache collection, turquoise and sap green, and Van Gogh watercolor, oxide black. Oxide black is a lot of fun. And dusky yellow. Dusky yellow is yellow with oxide black, right? I'm pretty sure we all can just bliss out on that. Fair. Okay, triad. So what paints would be the follow-up question? I'll think about it. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water. First one. Ouch. Boso? Hey, Tara, hi. Hi, Tara, hello. I wanted the Rembrandt Oxide Black, but yet to find where to get it. I think it's pretty similar to the Van Gogh one. Same pigment, I'm pretty sure. My package with the new limited palette I want to try got delayed. Throne Blue, Nickel Azo Yellow, and Burnt Sienna. Ooh. Is the sound back? Rummage Mall is always fun because of the high number of granulators, but I could go for Holbein and maybe a dice roll. Oh, or maybe some handmade or indie sets like Nordic Craft or Masha's, which, if I recall correctly, you've had videos on before. I did. Workshop week starts tomorrow, and I'm so not prepared. I can hear. Okay, so sound is good, right? Okay. What? Oh. Oh, ads or something else. Oh, there's other stuff I'll need, like plates. Oh. Okay, I'm back waiting till my sketch dries. I'm gonna finish the current sketchbook and start it anew so badly. Okay, sound is back. It's called Workshop Week. It's a whole week of online workshops by artists. Ooh! If I'm not back in 5, I saw a squirrel. Yeah, I have a noise gate, so that's why when I'm not talking, it's probably very, very silent. I'm thinking. Let's start with this stuff. Ah, sorry. Hi, Lena! Just in time. Paid for all the vaults this year, and then I paid for this year's because the workshop actually run during office hours, which really sucks. And I know I won't get to watch the replays every evening after work. Makes sense. Is it expensive? So I grabbed my couple of Sennelier pans here. Oop. And this palette of Holbein colors. And I guess that's what this is gonna be about. So for this one, there's one yellow, one red, two blues, there's a burnt umber, a Payne's gray, two greens. It is the Aquamini palette, but transferred into this. So that's one. Just grabbing some paper. It is definitely a bit of an odd palette. Like, I don't know if I like it or not, but either way, I am unable to get rid of it, so there's gotta be something to it. In time for something great, I hope so. I suppose I should get fresh water and swatch something, but golly, am I tired. Aw. Paid early bird, so it was $49 for this year's vault. I forget what I paid last year, but I bought like 5 years worth of vaults at once. Ooh, palai. That's have you how much of that stuff have you used after? I like how it auto closes when you push it. Yeah, like this, like whop. And then when you open it, it pushes out the drawer. And you know, that one at least will not rust. So it's got that for itself. It's a great chance to find new fave artists, and like they cover all mediums as well as business type of stuff. One artist, Tim something, does kids craft, and oh my god, so colorful. I love it. I mean, it's fine either way. The whole point of buying to Vault is to have them forever, so there's no rush. Awesome. No, I mean, I'm not. It's not like a You do you. Like I fully get it. I have plenty of classes that I bought and have yet to fully like try out. So not an issue. I'm just curious because sometimes the way the things are set up, it's sort of easier to get into them, and sometimes it's not that easy. So these are gonna be pretty chaotic. So apologies in advance, but thanks to my great neighbors, my brain is just a little bit toasted. Ooh, these turquoise. Yep. I really love these colors. For some odd reason, the Aquamini set from Sennelier is one of my favorite selection of colors. Seems like a fun primary triad. Yep. The red and the cyan mix, I think they make for like almost a neutral color, which is really interesting in the context of these colors. So you get some really nice, interesting greens, some very vibrant oranges, but then it falls like completely flat with the other two colors. And I think that's super interesting. Loving the color mixing test with this set. I've always wondered about it, as it isn't a standard split primary. Yeah, it's a bit of a like anything goes, but it is a surprisingly fun selection of colors. Okay, sorry. I had to put something in my ears, otherwise it's gonna go yell at the neighbors. It's not a good idea. I did remember you mentioning that Aquamini makes a good autumn palette. Yep. In my opinion, anyway. Your swatches look like angry caterpillars. Maybe. So, yep. As you can see, this is a really sort of interesting, like, selection of colors. And I think it is quite balanced, in my opinion. Because you have, like, really vibrant mixes and then something, like, very muted super easily. And I think that would makes it, like, very easy to use. We don't have a lot of trees in Australia that change colors, so autumn here is just cold. Oops, sorry. And then it's also very fun to mix all three. Basically just blending everything together and trying to get to that neutral color, basically. Oh, my favorite palette concept. Vibrant green and oranges, muted purples. Hey, this one is for you then. I don't remember if it gets to a true neutral or if it's like more of a tinted muted color, like a very muted green or orange or whatnot, but it's definitely a super fun palette in my opinion. Nice for the pinned message. Oh, I was like, why not? So we also get a an ultramarine blue in this set. So we have two blues. So we're getting like a different range of greens with this mix, which is also really fun. Only issue perhaps with this palette is that you kind of have to hold it in place. Might grab the blue tack and so it's gonna still move because it's the drawer that attaches, but maybe a bit less. Fingers crossed. So what have you guys been up to this week? Here for blue tack, solving problem. The chewing gum can. One of the most useful supply in the studio, blue tack. Or any kind of, you know, gum tack thingy. I guess chewing gum could do in a pinch. There you go. I knew that word was somewhere in my head. Somewhere in there. Ah! Wrapping up my watercolor classes and working. Ooh! Awesome! How did you enjoy the classes? Allergies. Said like aliens, like the ancient alien guy. I was ill this week. Oh no! Are you doing better now? What palette was the color selection from again? It's the Aquamini palette. Just passing people's dream. Blue tack is always useful. Seriously. Lots of art ideas, not enough time, and driving school starting. Ooh! I hope it goes well. Yeah, him. The guy with the hair. One of them was shaping up to be a bit of a disaster, but the instructor saved it near the end. The other was more basic, but I made some friends. So that's a win. That's indeed a great win. Spending the night at home with my cat. Tomorrow, got to... Aw. Just 3 weeks left. That's good, though, right? Had an awful migraine yesterday as a top-off. Oh, gross. Yes, my hair is looking and feeling similar this week. Best thing this week was yesterday's D&D session. Oh, that's awesome! Oh, man. Hey, more noise. Youpie doodly doo. Special hell for those people. Special hell. Me too, but with our traffic, I'd rather walk. So you are learning for more for like travel, right? Been too busy. I forgot that tomorrow's Mother's Day and... Oh! It is? I think Canadian Mother's Day was in earlier this month. I started noticing this week that I have been reading a whole lot more about history. That is kind of scary. Why is it scary, though? I mean, interests change. I'm learning because my house Cerberus, aka my baby sis, said so. Auntie Patience, hello! I think we had Mother's Day a few weeks ago, too. Yeah. It's so weird how it's not, like, the same day throughout the world. Because the concept of a mother is relatively universal, you know? Man, the red is really strong tinting. I keep grabbing like the smallest amount I think I can, and it's still too much. You can more easily get a neutral from the red, the ultramarine blue, and the yellow, I think. To me, that looks a bit more like neutral, less less of a color, more of a gray, if you know what I mean. In some places from the Caribbean, Mother's Day is last Sunday of May. Oh, that's really cool. I wonder why there's a range of dates for it. Mother's Day is in March here. And then as extra colors with this set of 8 colors, you get 4 more colors. You have that, what do they call it? They call it something like phthalo green light, possibly. It's like this ridiculously vibrant, almost neon green. Every day is Mother's Day. Then I think this one, if I remember correctly, is sap green. And then that's burnt umber, I think. Sounds like my kind of green. Yeah, yep. Certainly does. These days are just marketing for people to buy more stuff. I'm being a negative Nancy. But if you want to really appreciate your mom, do the chores that your mom every day. Yeah, you do, like, be helpful every day. As long as it's possible to do so. I think one of the things that annoys me the most about those, like, very marketed days is the and that's the Payne's Gray, is the way that they kind of make a monolith of the person. Like, it's always about, like, oh, buy something for your mom, but there are people out there who possibly don't have mom, or their mom, like, recently passed or is toxic and they don't talk to them, and that's never really the perspective that is taken into consideration when they're promoting those days. Be it Mother's Day, Father's Day, any kind of, like, day that is sort of more focused on buying and selling stuff. Liz, hello! Guilt days, yeah, basically. So I'm a bit on the fence about that aspect of it. So I would say that the only sort of color range that this palette is a bit more weak on is purples. You won't really get a super vibrant purple with these colors, but for everything else, like, the fact that there are 2 extra greens in the mix, that gives you a lot more options if you mix those with the yellow and the blues, and then you have a like, sort of convenience brown and a dark color that's a little bit bluish. Like, you could have a triad of the Payne's Gray, the yellow, and the red too. I can quickly set it up if you are curious about it. Just gonna clean up a bit of space on my plate. I have a lot of on my plate. Oops. Oh, go away, ad for WordPress. I've noticed a lot of mailing lists send out, we understand if you don't want reminders of that day, and like let you opt out. Yeah, but not enough of them. Like Earth, I like Earth Day. You don't have to buy anything. If you buy something for Earth Day, it's a bit like missing the point, isn't it? I'm like, Earth Day, celebrate it while you can. Ha 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 ha. You can buy saplings to plant. Oh, that's lovely. I like that. Over here, there was that campaign some time ago because of the fires. Oh, that's a good idea. I like that. The I don't know, the jaded part of me, I don't know, is a bit of the idea that this kind of action should be taken by like the actual source of the general issues. So big companies, government, all of that. But at the same time, it is really fun to have like campaigns around planting trees. Like it's a fun thing to do, and it's hope, and we all need that, and I like it. But yeah, it's always a bit like, oh, let's clean up the seas, and you're like, yeah, what are you waiting for? You first, you know. Who's throwing all the chemicals and the freaking stuff in the water? That's not me. You could buy saplings of native trees to plant in the areas that had burned down. Oh, that's lovely. I like that. Is it the same palette as last week? No, it is the Sennelier Aquamini palette that I put in a different... Oops, oh, that's true. I blue tacked it down. I put it in another palette that I had from Sennelier, but it is technically their Aquamini colors in a different box. We had campaigns about tree planting in school too. They would... it was the épinette. Pine trees? Like teeny tiny saplings? After you. Is it just me though? Like, there's no amount of paper straws that is really gonna have that much of an impact, you know? Okay, my paper straws are not gonna take care of that island of junk that's floating in the ocean. Besides, metal straws are the way to go. A friend of mine used to collect oaks and plant them in her room in the dorm, and when they got too big, she'd bring them to a forest and plant. Oh, wow. She was able to grow them inside. They got to like 1 meter height, but they grow slowly. She had 5 or 6 at a time going. Whoa. I plant tomatoes on my balcony and they have so many blossoms now. That means you're gonna get so many tomatoes. Literal effing island. I know. And like the people coming up with solutions for it are like kids in high school and random guys with ideas but no money. And it's like, okay, cool, next. Like take their awesome idea and fund it. I don't know. Got the billionaires and let them go to Mars, the yacht, and yeah, seriously. Yeah, she grew them in pots until they grew big enough, but you kind of need good lighting and I don't know, magic maybe. I planted a kumquat this year and I was gifted a pink caviar lime. Ooh. Also, I might be eyeing a sudachi. World citrus dominance. Do you eat the fruits or do you cook with them? I wish I had a green thumb. I killed a cactus. Yeah, me too. Will they be cross-pollinating? I don't know. Oh wow, paper straws are so great. Anyway, insert fast food chain will not... Never mind fast food chain. Any kind of big oil company. In a second. And then there are people like who can kill even a cacti. Yeah, same. I'm trying to get a bit better. I used to garden with my mom. She basically just hired me to help her. Like she'd be like, "Hey, come help me plant the whatever in the yard," and I would be like, "Oh, okay, sure, I guess." So I kind of know how to plant things, but I'm not very good at it. And I'm trying to sort of do it anyway because it's sort of you know, it's kind of happy, and we can do with happy stuff. So I have a few plants that I'm trying to grow, but they're anything. They're weeds, they're whatnot. I'm planting tomorrow tomatoes? Tomatoes tomorrow. They have to be inside until now. Ooh. That's how we get most citrus. Oh, cross-pollinating. Yes, I cook with the fruits. When they are in season, I zest them and juice them and then freeze everything. Oh. Are any of them like citruses that you can just eat like you would an orange? I made black. No, that's the very dark Payne's Gray. Hold on, I'm gonna make a little diluted swatch so we can see the color a bit better. It's a dark like blue black kind of color. There is a restaurant we went to not too long ago with friends. They have a really good in-house lemonade. There's really nothing extra, but it is really good. So whenever I go and I get it, it's a bit overpriced over there, but when I go and I get it, it reminds me that I can sort of make it at home. It's basically lemon, lime, a bit of mint, some sort of sweetener, and you kind of blend it with ice, so it's a bit of a slushy. It's super delicious, but yeah, it's like it's a treat. It's an occasional treat rather than a recurring thing because it's very not cheap. I can't wait for tomato season. They taste so much better when grown yourself, and even salad. It has a great taste. None of the citrus I have on my balcony are table fruits. Oh yeah, that's the word for them. Yeah. Like you have table grapes too. I really want to plant a cherry tree, but our council has rules for fruit trees. Oh really? Put peas in the soil. Everyone will succeed. Are they that easy to grow? I'll need a gallon of that. Yeah, it is amazing, seriously. But it's, what, it's almost $10 for a glass. And if you have like something that can blend and crush ice at home, you can really make it for, much less. I have a 10-meter high cherry tree. Ooh. I love the lemonades you find at like outdoor events where you watch them squeeze the lemon and then they drop it right into your cup. And it's just pre-sugared water. Oh, that's clever. That's really clever, actually. My dream tree is the truffled hazelnut tree. What? Peas and beans grow anywhere. I don't know if this will have it, but years ago, the Sun and Fun Air Show in Florida had the most wonderful lemonade ever. I've been trying unsuccessfully to replicate that taste for decades. What was special about it? And mint in the lemonade, especially sweet mint. Oh man. Yeah, it is really, really good. Children starts with peas and radish. Yeah, but they have they have supervision. It's only when you try to grow those as an adult that you realize that it might not be that easy, Yeah, they use like a big manual citrus press so they can make the lemonade super fast. Eco truffles in the root of hazelnut tree, so double crop. Yeah, lemonade would be great, wouldn't it? I don't know what was special about it. It was the fresh squeezed lemonade, like you were just talking about, Ev. It was so awesomely good. Yeah, but the thing is I am sort of able to words. Hold on. You used the word just a bit earlier. No? Replicate. Like I can sort of replicate the fancy lemonade from the restaurant place. So I really wonder what you could possibly have in lemonade that would, perhaps the sort of lemons, maybe? I don't know. How fresh they are. If it was in Florida, I mean, I don't think the UK is known for its citrus fruits. There we go. I make my lemonade with the whole fruits, and the difference is really, really noticeable. What do you mean, the whole fruits? I'm gonna need to hear about this lemonade in deep detail. That sounds awesome. The council wants local trees so not to contaminate the Aussie landscape, but eucalyptus trees are so big. We have a small yard. Aren't eucalyptus tree kind of a problematic tree too? The good sunny UK citrus fruit. Well, nah, not really known for citrus. So that's the sort of collection of colors we have here. I guess you could also possibly do some tried stuff using the brown as a red-ish. Usually it's more for like burnt sienna. This one I think is more like burnt umber, so it's a bit more muted and a bit less orange or red. But it would work in a pinch too, and then you would have like all these options again, like the yellow, the brown, the cyan, the yellow, the brown, the ultramarine blue, the yellow, the brown, the Payne's gray. So it's a surprisingly awesome selection of colors. There's only 8 colors in this. And you could argue that you can sort of remove the 2 greens and end up with 6 colors and still have a really interesting and cohesive palette. I put the whole fruit in the food processor with water and then filter out the whole pulp. And the essential oils in the peel change the flavor of the lemonade. It gets more lemony. Because the taste of lemons is in the peel, not in the juice. Yeah, I like to zest my citrus fruit and put the zest in everything. Which is, interesting to... That's why you would buy, like, organic limes and lemon. Off the fruit topic, got a weird idea to paint a turquoise whale with clover leaves. Ooh, why not? It's a bit like a... like how the My Little Ponies have interesting colors and like their sort of crest on the rump, on the butt. I don't know why, but I imagined your whale, like turquoise whale, with the the clover leaves butt stamp. That's the pink background. I'd like to see a yellow and earthy brown, and do you have earthy blue somewhere? It depends on your definition of earthy blue, but like you could argue that Vivianite might be it, or lapis lazuli, or cobalt, or... Sorry. So, eucalyptus trees are called widowmakers because their branches just break off suddenly. What? So if it's not a coconut crab, it's a whole freaking branch of eucalyptus on your face. What the heck? What do you want, Google? Okay, bye. Not that I know exactly what an earthy blue is, but one time I saw online a strange blue referred to as something like earth blue, even though it was barely blue. Might have been Vivianite. No crest on whale's butt. It'll be swimming. Aw. Because of the drop bears. Drop bears? The koalas? But we need eucalyptus tree all over the US immediately, I mean. Especially in the gated neighborhoods. Yeah, never rest under a eucalyptus tree with the long leaves. I don't know why. Is there anything that's not trying to kill you over there? Okay, let's take out the palette with the Holbein paints in it. Drop bears is just an inside joke from the Aussies. Oh! Yeah, the gated neighborhoods would be such a lovely place for these beautiful trees. Yeah, they would definitely enhance the neighborhood and make it all better. Did you guys see this hilarious video that did the round about the gated community like HOA meeting, where the main dude talking was losing his mind because the poors had found a way to their quote-unquote private hiking trail, which was actually not private at all. It was a public park, so But yeah, and the guy is basically losing his mind because us poor plebs have found the way to their schmancy-dancy hiking trail. That's in a public park. And he was... Someone recorded him during the meeting, and he's saying the most absurd stuff ever, the most out-of-touch nonsense. Like, Oh, we have to remove all indication of where the trail is, and we have to plant stuff and place stuff to hide the trail. And if anyone stops you to ask about the hiking trail, don't tell them where it is. And he's just losing his mind because there are poor people using the same hiking trail. And I'm like, oh, I have someone to add to the list of people I'm gonna yeet into the sun if I get the chance. You know, seriously. Meteor explodes off Massachusetts. Yeah! Massachusetts. The sky is falling. Is that surprising anyone at this point? No, I think we need eucalyptus trees all across the border. It is so ridiculous. Isn't it? Oh no, not the poor people having hobbies like walking. Like it's a poor people hobby because it's free. Like seriously. Speaking of hilarious videos, have y'all seen the video where Ice learned firsthand about the importance of checking wind direction last night? Did someone pee in the wrong direction? Sorry. I haven't seen it yet, but oh no. After, they have such a tough life. After finding out about... Hold on, After finding out that ice is slippery, now they have to find out that the wind is important for something? I like how everyone's Googling it. Oh no. Oh man. I'll pay your taxes then, rich people, so they can maintain public park. It's a public park! It is when you're setting up. Oh, no way. No way. No fucking way. Oh my gosh. Men not wearing masks. Oh, that's glorious. Oh, sadly they were. Aw. Crud. Would have been perfect though. Oh man, these guys. Ah, they keep on being a surprising, like an astonishing level of loser. Like, you wouldn't think they could do any worse, and then they do, and you're like, what the fudge? One can only hope, seriously. But those masks don't get rid of it all. Oh, at least. I'm glad. That's good. Okay, yeah, it would help if I actually, like... I don't know, what did I do? Give me back my chat. Okay, cool. So, how do we go about this? Do I, like, number the colors on my side and then you tell me 3 numbers? Do you guys want to pick the colors from the chart? How do we go about this? Is it even all visible like this? Of course, not the titanium white gouache, because... But there's like there's 3 blues, a bunch of magentas and reds-ish, a couple of yellows, and then a couple of browns that can sort of act as yellows. Okay, numbers. Hold on. Pencil. So numbers are between 1 and 23. Chaos. Shout out names. Darts. Oh my gosh. Four. 17. Yeah, you call out numbers, and I'm not telling you what it is until I swatch them. Missing one. I need 3. No, not... It's between 1 and 23. Alright, so I'll take 11. A little bit too high, yes. 272. Hold on. Out of nowhere, I sketched a beetroot cat. I'm claiming that was a typo. That's fine by me. Okay, so 4. Color number 4 is... this one. Which is terre verte, I think. It's not genuine terre verte, it is a mix. Which is why it's not, like, barely visible. $17. Mystery color, but I think it is Mars yellow. Isn't that the lost numbers, Paulo? Oh, maybe not. I recently learned that Sir Mix-a-Lot got those numbers from other songs. The blue... Here, that's probably a mix with indigo. Because it's a Holbein palette, so you know I have indigo in there. And then the color 11. That's gonna be interesting. Of course there are. Okay. If I have time for another round of mixes after, like you'll get the chance to shout more numbers. Oh, interesting. I like that color. Perhaps a bit too much on the green side, but... The red is maybe cadmium red light. I'm not sure. I lost the paper on which I had labeled these colors, so I have to go by comparing the swatches to my charts of Holbein color. So I'm not entirely sure what they are, but since there's still a limited number of options, well, that's what helps me to maybe pinpoint what it is. Never watched Lost. Not a lot of American shows in Australia unless we sub to... Oh, yeah. Yeah, Caturday, it's a reference to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Such a nice, vibrant red, that one. I'm really eager to see the mix with the red and the green. There's a day for everything. If it exists, there's a day for it. It's basically the... The In-Betweener, Aussie TV series, is a banger of a show, though. What is it about? Did you know that Douglas Adams also wrote some episodes of the classic? I'm not surprised. Feels like it's one of those things that, like, most writers probably wrote some Doctor Who stuff at some point. In the same way that if you see a like a British actor in something, they probably were in Downton Abbey. I think there's a translation nowadays of it, but it won't be as funny. Yeah, of course. I had been trying to live a normal life in Australian suburbs. That's a great premise. Like, I studied animation, so for me an in-between is something absolutely unrelated. Hey, we have time for 3 other numbers. Between 1 and 23. $13. Otto! Hey! Hello, hello! 9. Yeah, I've remembered to do a pin comment. 5. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's a really interesting one. I mean, I'm gonna say that for every single one of them, but you know what I mean. So 13 is this color, leaf green. Nine. This is 9. And then 5. This is 5. Nine is quinacridone red, I think. It's a Holbein Quin Red, though. A really, really good magenta color. And then the blue is cerulean blue. It is very pretty. Has anyone ever had the watercolor art printed on fabric? I haven't. I don't think so. Yeah. I'm really excited to mix the magenta and the green. I think that's going to be super interesting. I wonder if it's going to give us that sort of like skin hue kind of color. Like a peachy color. I think it kind of does this thing of mixing a bit of a yellow ochre kind of color if you take it in isolation, right? My boyfriend and his friend are hiking Mount Washington this weekend, and apparently they have met a domesticated chipmunk who approached them for food and ate with them. What? Sorry. I'm so someone pro things Photoshop do a better job to get them to color match better. It's I don't think it's from what I remember, but I think Antipatience has worked in graphic design and all of that, so they probably have a bit of an insight. But brain not working. Yeah, the color matching is very difficult because you need either a super calibrated screen, and it's very difficult to set up and expensive. The only other way of being able to sort of color match something is to do test prints. And even that is not entirely perfect. Like if you know exactly like this, the pigment composition, like this cyan, magenta, yellow, black composition of your color on screen, and you have like a sort of Pantone reference guide of printed colors or just a reference guide of printed colors with the same ratio, you'll be able to see like what it looks like printed if you compare the values on your screen to the printed one. But there's really, I don't think there's a software way of setting it up so it prints to what you're seeing, because the issue is not, it's in the hardware of the screen, not necessarily in the settings or anything like that, if that makes sense. This is a really fun color wheel, and I want to push this green and pink mix a bit more. It's a brilliant color wheel. I love it. That's the fun of the, you know, random number generated color wheels. That's a very yellow ochre color when you view it like on its own. What Holbein colors are these again? Okay, so I'm pretty sure that the blue is cerulean blue, and the green is definitely leaf green, and I labeled the magenta as quinacridone red. There you go. Pumpkin has it. Same, we don't see chipmunks here either. I remember seeing them a whole lot more when I was younger, but never see them now. As well, it's that blue, green, yellow on the palette. That's the mix of the green and the blue. I still have to get any Holbein paint. That leaf green looks delicious. If you need a like a priorities list of what colors to get from Holbein first, hit me up. I have a few suggestions. Also, the greens and the purples are separating in such a pretty way. It's really, really interesting. I really like it. And we get our sort of yellow from mixing the other two, but it's a bit muted, so that's also really interesting. No, the other palette. Oh, here. Oh, yeah. There's a chipmunk cafe in Tokyo, and it's amazing and very humane. Aw. There's gotta be a cafe for every single critter out there. So many great colors to choose from. Sassy, you're in an enviable and unenviable position of trying to pick which ones to start with. What? Even cuter than cats? What? What? How dare you? How dare you? I don't believe it. Oh, I need to mix all three of those. Like the green, the blue, and the magenta. Like, what's up when you mix all three? It looks a bit like a chromatic aberration on the palette. The owner clearly cares very much about his chipmunks and is very protective of them. Aww. That's so cute. Like, to be honest, that's kind of what you expect of you know, the owner of a pet cafe of any sort, but a really interesting color. I love this triad. Hey, we found something pretty awesome. True, but some are a bit negligent. Yeah, and that's not good. No good. Regardless of what the pets are. There's like the cerulean granulating in these, which is super duper cool. Not good at all, seriously. I remember Bob Ross having a chipmunk in his breast pocket. Was it a chipmunk or a squirrel? Well, Otto is losing her mind in the chat. Squirrel and bird, aw. Alright. I don't really have enough time for another one, I think, but let me know if you want like to do more of the random colors triads for next week from this palette. And if we sort of, I could perhaps think of another palette to have as a backup if we sort of do the rounds on this one and run out of interesting pairings or triads. Random swatch triads are really, really fun. You learn a lot about color mixing that way. And it's really interesting to have it random because it will definitely make it so that there are selections that you would never have picked on your own. So I really enjoy doing these. And I would recommend them to all of you guys. If you have a palette, or if you're kind of bored but want to play with paint one day, that's a really good way to go about it. And if you don't have anyone who can sort of give you random numbers, you can grab dice. Or use, I'm pretty sure, like, if you ask Google to randomly pick three numbers between 1 and 23, it's gonna do it. I didn't know Bob Ross was. What? Wow. You've met Bob Ross? Oh, I think you told me about it. What? My god, the noise outside. What the fudge is going on? Purely unintentionally. Skip ads. I don't need to look at the lady who looks like a broccoli. I was a young teenager. My cousin, who was into art way more than me, was staying at my parents'. And he found out Bob Ross, who I had never heard of before because Not Into Art was doing a talk show. Ooh. Whoa. So he went, he was super excited. I wasn't because I didn't know who he was. Was he really as nice and soft-spoken as in his shows? I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that Bob Ross was not as nice as he was on TV, but you know. My cousin got his book signed, very happy. Bob was impressed with my English. Oh, he was very kind and very tall. Hey, that's really interesting to know because on the videos, where it's only him painting, you don't really have any kind of frame of reference for how tall or not he is. So that's really interesting. It's only years later I figured out I had met Bob Ross, and man, I wish I had appreciated it. Yeah. But you still kept some really good memories of it. Even if you had, like, it is something that this dude still left a lasting memory on you, even though you had no interest and didn't know who he was. I think that's pretty cool. Mr. Rogers. If I'd known who he was, I'm sure I would have been a bawling miss too. Aw. But you know, I don't. It's a question, it's a rhetorical question, but I wonder what kind of interaction is. Or if there's any kind of interaction that's better between having a good impression and a good memory of someone you don't know, or meeting someone you know and sort of having expectations, kind of, you know. His TV personality is real for sure. He just has that kind of... Yeah. I would have been really surprised if you had told me that he was like a diva or whatnot, and that the TV stuff was fake. I would be like, sorry, what now? The dude deserves like 27 Oscars for appearing so calm and nice and whatnot, and being a diva backstage. The Bob Ross channel is the only one I have on my TV. Neil Gaiman, on the other hand, I didn't like his vibes at all. Again, didn't know who he was at the time. Hey, the vibe check proved to be reliable. What a surprise! I think that's awesome. Like, don't let my way of saying "what a surprise" fool you. But I love this kind of stuff. Like when you talk with people who've met celebrities or known people, and they tell you something about the vibe, whether it was a good vibe or a bad vibe, and then eventually you find out like if a person is a creep or a good person. So in the case of Gaiman, I mean it's like, oh, the vibes were off, and I'm like, well, turns out my creep radar is very finely tuned. That's good. That's good. You want a finely tuned creepdar. They say never meet your heroes. Yeah, and I think that stands, true for most of those instances. I would say like someone like Bob Ross or possibly Terry Pratchett would be exceptions. Because there are people who just seem to be nice, like regardless, all the time. But definitely not all of them. And you never know what kind of day they've had so far, too. So that's not saying that excuse creeps, but if someone is a bit curt or short or rude, but not a creep, it could just be a bad day, The older I get, I agree hard on the never meet your heroes thing, except Bob Ross. We need more nice people in this world. Oh, seriously. I mean, we have a lot of them here, but yeah. All right, I'm gonna end the stream here. Next week, we're gonna do more random mixing, I think, because it's a lot of fun. I don't know what that is, but earlier today I saw a painting called something like Portrait of Perry Tretch. It was all abstract and stuff. It's a writer, a British writer, I think. Yeah. Terry Pratchett, c'était-tu un Brit?
Oui.
Ok, cool.
Anglais.
En anglais, ouais. An Englishman. And a bit in the same kind of realm as Douglas Adams. True, but I mean, we all know the people here are the best ever. Yeah, I know. But yeah, thank you guys. See ya all in the next one. So next Saturday, more random stuff. Members only stream this week. Still have yet to figure it out. But anyway, I hope you have a good weekend. I hope you have fun with your paints or your time or whatever you decide to do. And until the next one, take cake. And yep, don't forget to take cake. And see y'all in the next one. Bye bye.